Back when I started making YouTube Let's Plays, even gaining 500 subscribers seemed like a distant dream. I thought 500 subscribers. When I started with this YouTube stuff, I never expected to get at this point. This is just freaking amazing. Yet here we are. Over the last 8 years, more than 10,000 of you have hit that subscribe button. And even more have hopefully at one point in time had a laugh or learned something new as they joined us on all kinds of wacky adventures and intriguing stories. From traversing the world of Skyrim through the eyes of my character Marcus Wright, accompanied by Inigo the Khajiit, to climbing Celeste's Mountain, or diving deep to the oceans of Planet 4546b in Subnautica and unraveling the mysteries of the Carabacterium, facing and overcoming terrifying bosses and challenges in the world of Dark Souls, stepping into the shoes of an awesome monster slayer and witcher like Geralt of Rivia, or surviving in the cruel worlds like that of Limbo, Inside and Little Nightmares, all the way to becoming a slime rancher, swimming in plorts, and reliving that feeling of the glory days of Pokemon as a Coromon trainer in my first ever successful Nuzlocke run. We've all been on a plethora of amazing adventures and experienced so many different stories together on the road to 10k subscribers. But it all began with the wish to spread the joy that had been so severely lacking in my life thanks to a severe depression nearly 10 years ago. People like Gopher, Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, they became some of the content creators that allowed me to get my mind off of things and feel joy once more for those fleeting moments. To see their passion and enjoyment whilst playing games with video and story creation was truly inspiring. And their videos were some of the handholds that helped me climb out of the dark pit that I was in. From then on, they continued to be my inspiration and role models for what became of me as a content creator. With a focus on enjoyment and immersing myself into the stories and worlds of the games that we played, taking things slow without rushing through and just being me the way that you all now know. No over-exaggerated screaming and just being honest. And I started making Let's Plays in the hope that I could share that spark that I had once lost. I feel like I've pretty much succeeded in that, but it wouldn't have been possible without all of you. Without each and every single one of you that enjoys what we do on the channel, I'd just be a random dude with a furry mascot who talks to himself.
Well, technically you still sorta are, but seriously, this truly wouldn't have been the same without all of you.
Whether you're an active viewer who watches every single Let's Play, or if you keep your interest to a select few series. Whether you're a frequent commenter, or just someone who enjoys these adventures in silence with perhaps the occasional press of the like button to help support the channel. All of this wouldn't have been the same without you. Where the future will take us from here, I do not know, for just like with the 1k and now the 10k milestones, anything beyond this is a distant dream. After all, I remain to be a small YouTuber who is kinda dependent on you possibly sharing my content with friends who might be interested, as I'm not exactly a trend chaser for clicks. I don't think I will ever be. I would much rather take my time and take you along for the ride. However you may have found me over these last 8 years, I am glad to have been able to entertain you. But with all of that said, here is to many more years and adventures for us in the Wolf Den. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.